Yo, what up, street talks, street blogs, street vlogs? All right, some turbo thoughts for us. So, funny thought. Nobody could force you to do something via negativa. So, it's a little bit complicated, but let me try to explain my thoughts. So, it's like, for example, let's say you're sharing a house, you got roommates or family mates or whatever, right? And they don't like it when you just like turn on the lights or keep the water running, right? So they prefer you to keep it off, right? I mean, I prefer to always have lights on, but then other people prefer to have lights off. So then that's the thing, right? So, you know, they might have control or the quote right to prevent you or prefer that you don't turn on the lights, right? However, let us assume that you leave the house, you chill in the front lawn or the back lawn or the backyard, front lawn, front yard. But let's say you prefer to go out barefoot and, you know, kind of drag dirt back into the house, right? But the thing is, nobody could actually force you to do a via positiva thing, which is put on shoes. So, in other words, nobody could force you to positively do something, whereas they actually have the power to prevent you from doing something that they don't like. The reason why I think this is significant is because in the context of life and things, nobody could force you to positively do something against your will. So for example, nobody, once again, like in theory, at least in a public place, right? You are technically allowed to walk around barefoot. Oops. Similarly speaking, right? Like, you know, assuming you're in public space, assuming the weather is pretty good, right? Technically, nobody could force you to also put on a shirt. I mean, caveats is private property. Like, you know, if you want to go into a coffee shop or a restaurant, they, you know, the rule is you must put on a t-shirt before entering or put on shoes. So that's fine. But when it comes to the public, right, public places and public spaces, etc., nobody could positively force you to do something. And so, other things, right? Like, say you live in the States or America or somewhere, right? You know, everyone wants to get a cool car or a nice car or expensive car or whatever. Technically, nobody could force you to buy a car, right? So I think an intelligent life strategy then is to desire to positively not own a car. Interesting thought, right? And also, similarly speaking, nobody could force you to do things in a certain way which is contrary to your personal will. I mean, I think most people are kind of enslaved to their 9-to-5 jobs, which is a tragedy, right? But then again, you're just not forced to stay there, right? Because like, yeah, I got a mortgage and kids. I'm like, you could technically sell the house or you can move out. You could change your things. So just know in life, you have a lot more control than you think you do. And there's nobody who could force you to do something against your own will.